obviously, as I said in the last video, that I was going to be doing a review on the game today after I went to it, and I have been to the game, and obviously, as all you other fans will know, it finished 0-0. But I'm going to do and judge how we played as a whole, in a sense, because if I judged on a boring 0-0, then I ain't going to have much to talk about. But yeah, I'd say, okay, that today I think we look like the slightly better side. Overall, I think we both had our chances, us and Rochdale, and I did say before the game that I would take a draw, because this season, literally apart from last week, all our results have been identical with Rochdale. We had the same goal difference. Obviously not identical with scoreline, but we had the same goal difference, the same points, the same results with like 5 wins, 5 draws, 5 losses. We had all the same. And obviously we lost and they drew last week. So we went into today's game and I thought, I was happy to see Wilkinson starting, to be honest. I thought he looked a bit lively as well. I thought Miller was a bit slow today. He tried, don't get me wrong, he really tried, but I just think that he was struggling a bit to get into the game. I thought Shade wasn't the best, and if I was personally, I would have started Phillips. If it was up to me as a manager, I would have started Phillips over him. But I thought Khan was amazing, and I watched him against Forest Green as well, and I thought he was really good, and I think he should be. I think Ward had a good game today, but obviously he's getting old and everything, so he's slowing up a bit. I think that what we should try and do is play White right back and then have Khan on the left back, maybe. See if that works for a game. Obviously, if it don't work, we go back to having either White or Khan in that right back, then Ward starting. But I think we should definitely give that a go for one of the games, because Khan is very lively and we know White can be dangerous, and I think both of them playing will be more of an attacking threat than having Ward in that left back, because as much as he does get up and down that field, in fairness to him, we've got to think he's 36, for God's sake, and he gives his all, I'd say, and he's played pretty much full 90 for most games this season. But I do think we should try Khan in that left back, White in the right back. Can't fault Menyes and Monte today. I thought they dealt with everything that came their way. And as I said, I do think we was a bit unlucky not to have got the win. But then again, they also had their chances. So maybe I'm being a bit biased, but they did have their chances in the game and probably had the most clear-cut one, the one that went off the bar. But I thought today we played decent. I thought we played a lot better today than we did in our previous 2 games, let's say that. And it was good to see Kinsella back, even though he only played for like 3-4 minutes. It was good to see him even back in the squad on the bench, and the fact that he was able to come on, even though it was for a few minutes, that will do him good. But I'm worried for in the future, where is Kinsella going to fit in this squad, because Labadie and Earing are both very solid. Labadie's a very good leader, and I think that, can we afford to drop Labadie? Because obviously we didn't have him in the Harrogate game, and I think we did miss that big leader in the midfield. And then Earing, he's one of them, he plays in that like defensive role, but he can change from defence to attack just like that. And I don't see how Kinsella will come in, because I think it could potentially mess up the system. And obviously today there was a bunch of legends at the game, and that was class to see. And the turnout from the fans was amazing. As always, the fans were class, apart from when it's like the shitty cup games, because no one really cares or goes to them. But when it's a proper game, as always, the fans were amazing. And yeah, I think that if we would have pushed maybe a bit more, because we got into that final third loads, but it was just that final touch to get a goal that we was lacking. And I think I wouldn't say it's 2 points dropped, because I don't think we was convincing enough, and I think a point shared is a fair result. But I think if anyone was going to nick it today, it would have been us, personally. I thought they had a dominant 20 minutes from like the 60th to the 80th minute, and then we turned it back on again. But I just think we need to be a bit more clinical in front of goal, and I think we'll be sorted. But that comes with time. The only problem is we give all these players time and then them gone at the end of the season. So it's just that constant rotation of players. We can't seem to build a solid squad that we can build on, because at the end of this season, we're going to have loads of players going back to their parent clubs because they're on loan. So we're going to have to we're going to have to change our squad again, and I don't think that's good. But hopefully some of the, I think we should, because I think we only have Khan on a short-term deal. I think we should definitely give him a bigger contract, because he looks like he could be a good player, because he was everywhere today. And I think we should, some of these loan signs, I think Menyeze, he's on loan. I think we could sign him potentially. It's just how we go about business next season. I know that's a long way away, but I'm just thinking about the squad rotation. Are we going to be able to build? Because this season, I think realistically we're going to finish mid-table again. But if we kept our players, we could build on that. But are we going to keep our players? That's a big question, and I don't personally think we will. But yeah, I thought today was decent. I can't say I didn't understand the booing at full time, because I thought we did try today. I can't sit here and say that we didn't give it our all, because I say we really did. But I don't understand the booing, because there's no need for booing really. I understand if we played really poor and lost the game, but we didn't. We drew the game, we got a point. They was around it, like we was playing bottom of the league. They was above us. I know it was only by a point, but they was above us before today. And it was an even game, and that's what I expected. So I can't really fault the lads today, if I'm honest. But yeah, this is a bit longer than usual because I've waffled on a bit. But if you do somehow stay to the end, you probably won't. But if you do, then fair enough, and I'll see you on the next one. I might do a preview on the Port Vale game and a review, if I can be asked, depending on how we play that game and if it makes me depressed. But yeah, that's all I have to say. And yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and peace.